So I think I'm going to try to kick this off and see if I understand the rules. So what I want to do...
We're going to do it!
We're going to do it!
I want to be in the field. The one I was going to pick, and then I kind of read it a bit differently, was take action, leaving yourself vulnerable. Because the idea that I kind of want to do... Maybe I could just illustrate it first, and we can figure out what move works with it. But I want to be in the field. And it sounds like if I'm picking the field first, I have to choose 2 aesthetic elements of the field.
No, that's if you pick up the playbook. You don't have to pick up the playbook yet.
Oh, okay. So what I want to do is I just want to be in the field, and this is before all the campers show up. It's kind of like a tradition that Paul Meadows has, is that he goes out to the field. And I want to say it's specifically the Field of Dreams, or does it have to be the field in the center?
You can choose. It's up to you.
Okay, I want to make it the Field of Dreams then. He goes out there, and like every single time, the first thing he does when he comes back to camp, like trying to be as secretive about it as humanly possible, is that he goes out to the Field of Dreams that everybody dreams about, and he just kind of lets out a big sigh and then just whispers all the things he wants to forget about while he's at camp. So he's just like, I just want to forget about, I want to forget about the drama with my parents. I want to forget about my ex-girlfriend. I want to, like, all the stuff that happened over the year that he doesn't like that happened to him. He just goes out in the middle of the field, sighs really big, takes his hat off, and it's probably the only time you can ever catch him without his hat on, and just kind of quietly whispers to the wind as the wind like goes through the field about everything he wants to let go of while he's at camp, and it's all of his problems. That's why I was saying I want to take action, leave myself vulnerable, because I'm very vulnerable doing that. But
that works.
I guess that still works, right?
Yeah, that works. It could be,
because what I got from take action, leaving yourself vulnerable, is that like danger, like putting himself in danger. But I guess it could mean emotionally.
I think it's fine personally, but
it's just a regular move, so I don't get a token or anything.
No, it's just strapping down.
Yeah, that's what Paul Meadows does. The first thing he does when he gets to camp, before the campers even show up, stands in the middle of the field, talks about what he wants to forget about while he's here.
Are you going to take the field, or is anyone else going to take the field?
I could take the field because it's so important to Paul, considering he makes it a tradition. So if that's the case, I guess I pick up the field playbook. Yep. So do now I choose 2 aesthetic elements, or?
You can do that. It doesn't have to, you don't have to do that right now because you're not you don't have to do another scene, but choose them. And then once, it gets back around, once there's a break, you can tell the people what that, I
already kind of looked at it, and I kind of picked 2. I want it to be teeming with life, because there's something kind of special about like a field that's teeming with life. Like when I went to Machu Picchu, there was just like bugs and lizards and like butterflies and everything just everywhere. And there's something about that that's just like very powerful. So I feel like that would make this a very powerful place to kind of do what Paul Meadows does here. But yeah, teeming with life. And I also want it to be, because it's kind of earlier in the morning before, everybody gets there and everything like that, I want it to be kind of dewy.
Okay. I like that. Both those are good.
I have a question about the woods.
Sure.
When it says I create the impact, is that literally whatever
It's choose? Whatever you want, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Welcome to running a game.
Is that solid? So once I choose it, that's always the impact? Or can
Correct.
I always... Okay, I can't just change it every time.
No,
okay.
This is it, yeah.
It's the woods, it's your woods, it's the woods,
jam.
capital T woods.
Okay. Jason, did you want to take a move? Do you have a move in your mind?
Well, I would say that Red starts off always as Paul Meadows is doing his song in the field. Red is inspecting the ropes course and walking through the woods, inspecting everything and just taking it all in, happy to be back. I'm just going to communicate with silence as I just stroll through, happy to be back, finding calm and peacefulness as I'm just back in this element. I will think of an impact, though.
Okay, so you're going to pick up the woods as a sheet?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think, are we establishing that like these first couple scenes are like this first round of scenes are happening like before campers
I think so.
arrive, kind of like a prequel?
Sure.
Okay. Axton is by the lake. Actually, I think Axton might be going for a swim. in the lake.
Hell yeah.
And it's early enough, like if these things are kind of happening semi-simultaneously, that the lake's probably like not super warm yet, or it's like it's brisk enough. But Axton likes to get in a good, like, I would say laps, but they're not laps because it's a lake. Like a good swim in the morning. But he goes in there because the lake is the one place that he knows that he can go where no one can he can truly kind of be himself in the water, surrounded by the water, because the water's not going to judge him or think of him any other way. So kind of tangential to Paul Meadows, Axton is swimming his feelings away. Any of them. He knows that Aiden is going to be there, and he doesn't know if he doesn't. I guess we never really established like what if there was any sort of like relation, like a two-way relationship, if it was just like a confession and then nothing, or like how that is. So I feel like there's still some
fling.
Yeah, I feel like there's still some like some questions in the air. And Axton's like, I don't know how I feel about this, and so it's just kind of like gonna swim it out like real hard. real hard. Which I don't know which move would
we can do this round, like we don't, I guess for this first round we can all just do like, oh, this is our setup scene, we don't actually have to, but after this let's start taking moves.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about this of either it's not really revealing my true feelings to anyone except for like the audience, the lake. Being out in the middle of the lake in the middle of the morning with no one else around could be literally vulnerable to whatever is in the lake or around the lake. But
you can also see exert yourself past your limit if you're just swimming forever. If you're just like swimming until you're like sore or tired.
Yeah.
That could also be possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Something like a just a normal thing. I don't think there's any sort of like heft to it other than it's just Axton just mentally being like, oh God, it's another summer. Oh God, how can I not show all my feelings in front of everyone? Oh God. And eventually we'll get out and go do normal things.
I think Aiden's opening scene, I guess, is him in the counselor cabin alone, just kind of like unpacking his bags pretty meticulously, making sure all his clothes are away. I think he's probably smiling to himself as he's thinking about all his friends that he hasn't seen since last year at summer camp. But he's kind of just in this moment, like I think focused in this moment by himself, just unpacking, preparing himself for the summer to come.
Alrighty. Okay. I guess I could do a regular move.
Sure.
Can I be? I guess this is now when the kids are kind of getting here, and the parents are kind of they're now separate. Like a bus, I'm sure, picked them up to bring them here or whatever. They weren't dropped off by their parents or whatever. But yeah, the kids are all kind of here now, and some of them are kind of crying because they miss their parents, or
we have minimal camper drama at Camp Woodsong.
We do have minimal camper
this
drama.
This is the most minimum drama.
I'm going to tell you why. It's because I'm going to illustrate the power of a song. And I do this trick every single time, and it seems to work flawlessly every single time. I get to the center of the camp. There's a fire going in the center near all the bunks and all that stuff. And I just start playing a song, like a little gentle song, something the kids kind of know a little bit and stuff. And the kids that are crying tend to come over. And they start to kind of sing along and clap along and everything like that. So like kids that are, uneasy about being, left behind by their parents feel a little bit better about it and stuff. They realize that this is going to be pretty fun and stuff.
It's a fun, cool sing-song camp.
Yeah, so I'm just like sitting at the fire with my guitar, or whatever. Banjos.
But on one guitar.
And that's just a regular move.
Yeah.
Ooh, hiccup. Jeez. It's a weird hiccup. Like inhaled while I did it.
I'm also gonna, for my last thing, I'm gonna take the lake
Okay.
playbook since I was there.
I'm gonna give the woods their aesthetic elements.
Okay.
It has old growth. We have an ancient tree. And there's a lot of old trees and some overgrownness to it, but it also has an intelligence to it. So the aesthetic elements are old growth and intelligent.
Okay.
And there seems to be wisdom in these old woods. And for a move, I'm actually going to create a staff miner character.
Ooh.
And he'll be a groundskeeper.
What's the name?
Wally.
Wow.
Jeff.
What are you going with?
Is it?
Is it?
Jeff.
His
I'm gonna
name
go
is
Jeff.
actually Walter,
I
but
thought you said
he goes by
yes.
Wally.
No, Jeff.
Jeff the groundskeeper.
Jeff Wally.
Jeff Wally.
We'll call him Jeff Walters. How about
Okay.
Jeff Walters.
that? Jeff Walters, groundskeeper.
Fantastic. I'm gonna invite the Lindworm to act.
Don't
Yes.
Gotta do it. Just gotta make it happen.
Oh no,
Five
we
of
instantly kill Jeff.
Jeff is dead.
He's dead immediately.
The five of so remember I didn't remove the spades, so if we do draw spades, just get rid of them. But I drew I drew the 5 of diamonds.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Oh, it's not.
It's not fine. No.
Oh, do you want to? Since it's going to be, it's going to be of. No, the lake. I was going to tell you about the lake.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's
Yes.
important. So the 2 aesthetic elements of the lake is that it is revealing and hungry, and I did pick those before looking at what the hell you drew.
Man.
Jeez.
So, what you, as Axton is like finishing up his swim, or I mean, this is still when campers are coming, I guess, but it's like we can choose if Axton sees it or not. But as like Axton begins to emerge from the lake, we see kind of bubbling up in the center of lake is a bloated corpse of a deer.
Oh.
In the center of lake, parts of its flesh are rotted away, and it is just kind of floats up, and it smells disgusting.
Ooh.
Oh.
And I get a token.
Huh.
Can I ask, where is it? Aiden, if you don't mind, we should probably, get rid of that before anybody else notices.
Okay, how do we see it? How do you like? Does Axton see it first, or do we see it first? How does that
I want to say,
I think Axton's just standing on the edge of the lake, just like looking out into the lake, which is weird because I'm just the only one there, just standing there.
I almost want to say, I notice you, like, I'm still playing the song for the kids, and then I notice Axton, and then I follow Axton's gaze and notice the thing. Then I just kind of, Aiden, you're the closest one to me, and I'm just like, Aiden, we got a little, how about we get on over there and
yeah.
figure out.
I'm the strongest swimmer probably. Do we have like a bag or something we can put it in, or like a tarp?
In all honesty, just throw it behind the rocks or just put it somewhere over by the old cabins, just as long as the kids don't see it. You know what I mean?
Aiden runs and grabs a big black plastic garbage bag.
Do I get a token because I asked you for help?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's why I did it.
Yeah.
Also, we have to draw a hard line right now and ask, is this a hot boy summer Like, are we all just very hot?
We're all extremely
I would say absolutely. It is a requirement. Even Red is absolutely like, if you are older, you are like Silver Fox older.
Yeah. Hot boy summer. All right.
Hot boy summer.
I mean, I specifically picked everything about Paul Meadows to be the hot songwriter.
Yeah.
So
I am the blade of a body. So
yeah, what does everyone actually look like? I mean, we have the like vague descriptors, but what like age is everyone? What does everyone actually look like?
Red's definitely one of the older counselors. He's got a lumberjack look to him.
yes.
My guy is, if you've ever been on TikTok and you see the guy dressed up like a cowboy that says "what" whenever
What? Yeah, fucking love him.
Basically, who I am.
Excellent, perfect.
Got a beard. I'm trying to remember how he looks. I'm pretty sure he's got like a beard.
Yeah.
Mustache beard as well, and like wears a cowboy hat all the time. Although this is an Australia hat. I'm gonna make it an Australia hat actually.
You know what? Think of Nick Offerman. That's Red Oakton.
Yes.
Nice. And then I just wear I'm a bit more modern, I guess, because I don't dress like a full-on cowboy like that guy does. So I want to say I do have just like a hoodie and then like kind of like an older looking used shirt that he doesn't mind if it gets dirty if he's running a camp. And he wears blue jeans, but I absolutely do wear cowboy boots.
Aiden he's got like brown hair that's usually held back by it's messy, but it's held back by his goggles. He's always wearing a tank top, his swim trunks. He's built like a wall. He's not like ripped or shredded, but he has a lot of muscle, but it's all not like it's
abs all the way.
It's
abs
just
all the
abs.
way down.
You don't wear shirts, you just wear abs.
Yeah, but he's not like thin life. He is built like a wall. He's just kind of like solid. He's a solid boy. He's in his like mid-20s probably. Stubble.
Very good. Axon looks like a slightly taller Josh Hutcherson, who played Peeta Mellark in The Hunger Games. A very squared, chiseled face. Also a small bit of scruff. I think Axon and Aiden are probably close to the same age, so like mid-ish 20s, maybe towards the later 20s. Kind of shorter, almost browned, dirty blonde hair, that he sometimes keeps gelled up, but most of the time he's too lazy, so it's just like just slightly floppy. Does have abs that could cut steel. Is proud to show them off all the time.
Continue.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I was gonna move on to the scene, but if you're still describing, go for it.
No, is also almost always smiling or has some kind of like resting smile face, almost all the time.
And I want to say because I wanted to help with the bloated deer and everything like that, because I feel like it's kind of a multiple person job.
I could also help because I'm sitting there.
Yeah. I let the kids kind of play
rather.
with my guitar for a little bit because I have a few extras and stuff. So if worse comes to worse, one of them does break it. But I feel like it's a good, if kids are curious about music and stuff. I find the one kid that really seems to be tapping his foot along to the beat. I'm just like, you want to play with this, don't you? And I hand it on over to him. But yeah, I stand over by Axton as Aiden kind of jumps into the water. And I'm just like, do you want to get in there and help him? I know you like to swim. I ain't much for the deep stuff.
Yeah, I should probably help him, right?
Yeah, you should probably help him. I mean,
yeah.
Aiden's already in the water with his big plastic trash bag.
Axton is just gonna, I'm still dressed for swim. So I'm gonna just hop back in, and I'll meet you out there.
And I see you take off your shirt, and you look.
Oh no, it wasn't. I didn't even put it on yet.
Oh, nice.
I was just standing there.
I just see you do a dive, and I just go, mad respect for that body. I look down at myself and just, mad respect. Just kind of I go back. I see some kids are starting to come over by me to ask about the guitar, so I kind of usher them back to the fire. To play with the guitar and everything like that.
Swim out there.
Now, to be clear, Paul Meadows is not overweight or anything like that, but he is not jacked. He's got I want to say
he's in a comfortable body.
Yeah, thinner dad bod kind of thing.
Yeah,
love it.
Where he's like strong and big, but he's not like muscular or anything.
He's
like
not
that.
muscles.
Specifically, it says my body is built for strong hugs. So it's like I'm a good hugger.
Yes.
But yeah. Oh, do I get another token for respecting Axton?
For respecting my autonomy.
It's up to the player.
Sure. You respect me. You respected me. I wasn't there, but you respected
my body.
You respected me and my body.
My amazing
I worked
body.
hard for this.
So do you want to like grab each end of the trash bag and kind of like, I don't really want to touch it so much.
Yeah, if I take like this half and we go over and like maybe I can like swim under it and then we can like just pull it towards shore maybe?
Yeah,
God, that's gonna smell real bad, but that's, it's
I'm hoping we just like get some water in the bag and give it a shot.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to use a lake move.
Ooh,
lake move.
Which is calm, quiet.
Did you choose the aesthetic element? Oh, you did. Yeah, revealing and hungry. Revealing and hungry. That's right.
Revealing and hungry. Yep. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to use the lake move. Push people apart through coincidence or geography. So as Axton dives under the water, you feel the tarp get a little bit taut. They kind of drug it over top and then like they went underneath. And then all of a sudden it just gets looser, as if whoever was holding it is no longer holding the tarp.
Aiden will like wait for a minute and then kind of like be concerned and put down his goggles as he hates getting his eyes wet and go down.
And you would see that somehow, and I think you've seen Axton swims in this lake all the time. You probably also swim in this lake all the time. Somehow Axton is deeper than he should be, and like his leg is wrapped up in some sort of like very dense underwater sea foliage that is like he's kind of like trying to like absentmindedly kick it off, and he's realizing it's not just gonna come off. So he's like trying to just let go of the tarp and is trying to like get it off of his leg.
Okay. So what Aiden kind of like is underwater and sees this happening and hasn't really like, is the lifeguard, but he's not on the swim. He's like, once again, he's not Jack. He's not on the swim team or anything. This is just something he enjoys doing and enjoys being a lifeguard at this camp. And he hasn't really swum so much over in the off season. So he goes full force to try to grab Axton, and as he like in trying to get you out, like swims at you and basically kind of like spears you to try to get you out of this foliage, and knocks the wind out of you. I'm gonna botch your rescue in a potentially lethal way.
Oh God! How terrible! How absolutely terrible!
So like it makes contact with you and sees all the bubbles go up, and then like you can see his eyes widen before under his goggles.
We have been at camp for 10 minutes.
I've killed the character already.
Just us dying by the deer's body.
By seaweed. Death by seaweed.
Death by seaweed.
10 minutes in.
Side note, do we start with any tokens?
No.
Excellent. Cool.
How you doing over there, Axton?
Well. Not great. Okay, well, actually, I think this fits with my regular moves. No air in body. Is tired because did swim much hard earlier today. I'm going to exert myself past my limit, and with some like unknown little like extra bit of, I don't know, something. I think he somehow gets like his other foot in the seaweed just enough that he's able to kind of like break it apart. And he starts to swim upwards, but it is very slow because he's very tired and has no oxygen in his body. So, like, you can tell he is floundering to try to get up. He's mostly just kind of floating up at a very slow pace.
Seeing that now that you're able to get out of it, I will shoulder a burden and I will help you. I will like, he kind of realizes his mistake and he like kind of grabs you with one arm and like helps kick both of us to the surface. That's a regular move for me.
Amazing. When we break the surface, there's immediate gasp of air. There's like coughing and like all of that. And then he pushes you away and he's like, Jesus, what the hell?
I'm sorry.
Like, were you actively trying to like kill me?
No,
like
I was
that?
trying to just grab you. It's been a while. Sorry, I saw you stuck and I just went for it.
Like, if you don't like me, just tell me next time. And I'm going to misinterpret someone's actions as an insult.
It's fair.
and
Trying
get
to
a
kill you,
token.
big insults.
Yeah, big insults to me. Or also, you know, it could be like an insult on like, I could have gotten myself out, you know. Or actually, he says that like under his very shallow breath, I could have gotten myself out, it's fine.
Aiden turns red and then just kind of like starts swimming back towards the trash bag to do it by himself.
I think action will still help, but like begrudgingly, like not speaking the rest of the time.
Yeah, Aiden doesn't say anything either. As we take the carcass and like deposit it on the other side, off the map side of the lake.
The off the map side. Or we could just do it like
No, off the map.
Off the map.
Not near the kissing group.
It spawns at the other side of the map somehow.
Yeah, somehow.
What?
God, what a terrible time to start at camp.
I'm going to. I'm just going to think to myself. I'm going to ask the woods for advice. I'm just going to look up.
Help me deal with these counselors.
Gonna look around and it's like, it's time, isn't it? Just they're here. I guess time to go greet them, and I'll slowly emerge from the woods, and I guess see the end of the struggle of what was happening in the lake, and look over there, and I'll walk up to Paul Meadows and ask what just happened.
I'm just playing a song and I look over. Well, I saw something in the lake. Had Axton and Aiden take care of it. Should be fine. I didn't see anything.
All right. I guess the campers arriving. Do we gotta go?
I mean, they're all around me. Like they're all like, if they're not already getting their bunks settled and stuff, they're hanging out with me by the campfire.
I'm just gonna look. Oh, they're here.
They're here. And I got Bucket's with me, just hanging out. This is a song Bucket really likes, so Bucket just kind of like, does that thing cats do where they press up against all the legs and stuff like that whenever the song's going. This is the song Bucket eats too, so Bucket's asking for food essentially. Everybody sing the bucket food song. Get a food bucket and a bucket food.
That's how all of the. We should have named this camp something after a bucket.
Camp Bucket.
Wood
Camp
bucket.
Wood
Just
bucket.
Camp Bucket.
Camp bucket. Just
kick
just
the bucket.
It's just rat.
It's just rat.
I'm gonna invite the Lindworm now.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
Draw
yeah.
that card, baby.
to invite the Lindworm. I'm going to play this card face down and invite the Lindworm.